Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today's video is going to be giving you all the information that you guys need to know about the Xbox One update and the PS4 update for ARK Survival Evolved. As some of you may or may not know, there still are problems going on with player dedicated servers for the console after the latest patch, so we're going to be covering that in today's video, as well as everything that came out of the update in general for the Xbox and the PS4. Now if you guys do enjoy this video, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like, that would be great, and if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you're new to the channel, that would be great too. We are about 400 subscribers away from 50,000 guys, which is just unbelievable, so if you can show some great support to the channel, as always, that will be brilliant. Also, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links will be in the description down below to that, where you can find out lots more stuff about ARK Survival Evolved, ask any questions, as well as you can ask any questions in the comments down below on today's video. But anyway, let's get on with what is going on with the updates at the moment. So, as you can see, we are on the Xbox patch notes, which I will be covering, obviously, throughout this video. So, it might be quite a long video, as a lot of stuff did come out, but we're going to be talking about the player dedicated issue first. Just to let you guys know, if you haven't downloaded the update yet, this is 19 gigabytes as well as an extra few gigabytes, I think. Well, it might be, it's not that many for Scorched Earth, so it's over a 20 gigabyte update, which is pretty massive, guys. So make sure to prepare yourself before before downloading this update for ARK Survival Evolved. Now the PS4 update was much smaller because it was a hotfix, but we're going to be coming onto the PS4 a little bit later. So the Xbox player dedicated server, as you can see, we're currently investigating an issue affecting players not being able to load their Xbox player dedicated servers after the latest patch. Also, Jack tweeted out here, thanks for the info guys, because he asked for some feedback on Twitter and stuff. We'll get to the team, we'll get this to the team hopefully to have this Xbox player dedicated server issue resolved. Sorry for the letdown. Also, we'll quickly move on to PS4. There is still an update upcoming, version 5.10.5, which is fixed case where some player dedicated servers will crash due to hibernation issue. So right now, they are having big problems with the dedicated server issue, and I'm really hoping this needs to be fixed very soon, guys, because the full game is about 18 days away, and I really want to obviously want this all sorted, because I'm hoping to see that, you know, I really want to get these rentable servers out to be able to play, you know, all these, like, you know, obviously been able to rent a server on the PC, been able to have it on console, and have loads of them for you guys to play on as well, like the official loaded Crisis servers. I'd love to have loads up where I can jump on as well. It'd be so much fun, so I really want to get, obviously hope that Wildcard get these dedicated servers obviously sorted out. But anyway, as you can see, we are on the Xbox, which is the current version 759.4. We're going to be covering everything that did come out of the update, as well as talking about a few things within, obviously, the update that got released and is still not fixed. So, fix the case where some player dedicated servers would crash on launch or shortly after. They're actually still having a problem with even starting the player dedicated servers at the moment, which is quite upsetting. Various performance improvements and fixes. In build and placement mode, a few things have changed, like the reload key is switched to the accept placement of structure. A is to jump while placing a structure. RB to cycle snap points, and this will be indicated in the options menu in the future version. Fix an issue where audio would randomly crackle. Fix players not being able to unlock the artifact achievement. Fix an Ascension crash related to split screen. Dropped item cache / death caches now save on reload. Player and team dead bodies now save on reload. Transferring between arcs in single player will now put you in the correct tribe. Snakes no longer flee when they're stuck. Pressing fire to drop a body ragdoll no longer does the melee attack or the melee attack. Fixed an issue with cave post processing in split screen. Fixed an issue where various host settings were not saving. Corrected the Apex Predator trophy description. Enabled hibernated spawns on player dedicated servers to prevent the crash, which obviously which is still going on right now, which is going to be fixed on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Dead tame bodies and player bodies now drop item caches now save. Character current stat values are now saved at 0, no longer reset to their default values. Obviously the Dunkleotius, which I always say the name wrong, which I might have, which is obviously the thing with the big mouth in the water, basically like the smaller type of megalodon fish. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just awful at pronouncing its name. Now harvests metal, which is awesome, which I think that's pretty huge, because obviously its teeth do look like it could probably break down a lot of stuff, but to metal, that is huge. Dino consumes now show damage overlays. Modified Dino attacks networking to result in less rubber banding on clients. Per Dino behavior setting to toggle ally looking. Fixed boss scaling for multiplayer sessions, approximately 67% easier there, guys. Made baby creatures able to consume from feeding trout at appropriate time when they would gain 10% maturity. Fixed the structure startup crash for Primitive Plus. Fixed missing ground texture in the redwoods for forest on the center. SP dinos no longer fall through cave floors. Streaming destructible meshes, optimized memory. Fixed host menu settings. Added host menu settings. Disable dino taming. Disable dino riding. Fuel consumption interval multiplier. Increased platform structure limit. So that's obviously the new things added to the host menu, which I think is pretty awesome. Always having new things added. Tyrannus now has an automatic courage mode in single player. When set, the UT will give a courage roar after every 30 seconds if an allied dino is in front of it. Fixed the bug that provided infinite power. Reworked trike charge forward / tail wag animations. Increased thrown spear damage. Removed underwater fog. Itchy and Pego no longer steal item skins. Fixed a bug where it would rain underwater. Fixed an issue where the max level dino achievement would not be awarded. Final boss balance for Broodmother Megapithecus dragon bosses in single player. Hitting creatures with a torch can now properly set them all on fire. Player default name now changed to human, which I think is definitely something more realistic. Fixed hat sockets on multiple creatures. Tweaked radial wheel to prevent accidental opening sub-menus. Metal windows, windowed walls now match metal walls when painted. Implant no longer shows up while searching in the inventory. Moved some artifacts on the center map. Reinstated the center jump puzzle with artifact as the reward for completing. Increased brightness underwater on the center and fixed the barrier not being visible underwater. Fixed an issue that causes rafts to teleport upwards out of the underworld on the center. Fixed eels not being tameable in Primitive Plus. Changed crafting requirement for Trank Harpoon Bolt in Primitive Plus. Various PG ARK improvements. Map markers more accurate on obviously on PG ARK. Slight increase to trike wild damage. That is going to be interesting because obviously when you start off, a lot of people do is decide just to punch a trike, and that is going to cause a lot of damage already, as they already do a lot of damage. Increased rate at which alpha creatures spawn in single player. Decreased at the amount of eels in obviously random generated ARKs PGM. Increase the ride distance on flyers to get help on them when you've fallen in water. Increase the spread of terrorbird spawns in the redwoods so you won't see as many terrorbird armies. Increase the amount of creatures in the center deep water zone. Optimize foliage and rock destruction meshes. Jumping puzzle in the center now awards 3 top tier supply crates for completion. The center underworld rafts no longer teleport to the top of the map. Fix the dark post processing in the center deep water. Fix the case where the center barrier wasn't visible underwater. Tech cave pool now refuels your element as well as causes you damage if you're not wearing a full element set. Made the weather effects on the island and the center more visibly clear. You'll see the clouds changing. Lots of deep sea crates added to the center deep sea cave. Added a bunch of coil to the main waters in the center. Itchy and Pego will not steal skins from players, which must just be an accidental, because that was already in the patch notes, so they might just put it in by accident again. Ghillie Suit now has a 70 base durability rather than 120, so it has been nerfed. Reduced the amount of stalling caused by a GC. Removed all the non-stated items from crates that are higher tier than the first crate when their not stated item is found. Fixed an issue where the plesiosaur would spawn at level 35. You now get an on-screen message when you fall off the map. Fixed the case where the gorilla boss would not float backwards, would not float and walk backwards, unable to attack anything. Stego and Rex's socket fixed, so no longer laying eggs upside down. Remapped some center spawns in caves so they're not clustered as much. Fixed the Legic Thieves spawns on the center so they do not spawn in shallow waters. slightly adjusted temperatures across the island and the center so they're more appropriate, like warmer in jungles, colder in water. Fixed the case where language translation may not have properly displayed. Tooltip no longer stays when scrolling the engram and the inventory UI. Adjusted the island cove's PGM to make it more islandy and cove-like. Chance of wild eels reduced by 33%. Wild eels aggro range reduced by 33%. Wild and tamed eels shock no longer causes stun lock or dismount, and instead applies a temporary movement and damage debuff, and the UT courage buff now provides a 20% plus damage resistance. So right there was everything, guys, that came out with version 7.59.4, which is why it was like a 20GB update, because there was so much being needed to be changed in that update. The PS4 updates are much smaller at the moment, as they have had a few more updates to the Xbox most recently, and so they're getting small little hot fixes, as their main problem right now is their dedicated servers, which is obviously the Xbox as well. And Jack did say sorry for the letdown for the update, as they would say that once this update was released, it would be fixed. So obviously we've had so much release there, lots of problems being fixed, lots of improvements to the game, but obviously we're not seeing we're not seeing this dedicated server issue being fixed, which is a big problem within the community, because lots of people want to see this done as soon as possible so they can get rentable servers, which is something I'm looking forward to. Obviously people were thinking they're going to be having rentable servers by now, as the full game of ARK Survival Evolved was actually meant to be released about obviously like 3 days ago, but obviously was pushed back to the 29th of August. So we're hoping that still before the full game is going to be released, rentable servers will be out for the console. Now it all depends if this fix is going to be up. Now I'm guaranteeing you that maybe not this weekend, but the start of next week should be the fix of all problems to do with player dedicated servers with the Xbox One and the PS4, because obviously they can't, sometimes on Sunday, I think on Sunday once Microsoft did allow an Xbox update to come out, but most of the time like Sony and Microsoft don't allow weekend updates, usually only in the week, because obviously no one's working. So let's just hope and see what happens over this weekend. If no hot fixes are brought out for this, then obviously we are looking to have this fixed in the week, but I would love to see this come out quicker, because there's so many problems right now for the guys who actually play proper player dedicated servers. Like there's lots of people, as well as myself, who play a lot of dedicated servers rather than officials. So if you aren't playing on officials and you're playing on a player dedicated, you can't really enjoy your experience of ARK that much, because you've got to play your single player and you can't play with others unless you do obviously a non-dedicated server, which is annoying because of obviously the host barrier that is going on. So I'd like to find out what you guys think about this more in the comments down below, guys. If you did enjoy this video and you did find out about everything about the ARK update that you need for the console, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys, because that really does help me out. And also, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links will be in the description down below for so much more ARK information. If you need anything else, obviously, you can ask me on there or in the comments down below. Thank you for all the support, guys. Seriously, it means so much to me. Like how close we are now to 50,000 subscribers. It is just unbelievable how close we are now, and it's just been an amazing journey. And there's going to be a huge special video coming out on the full release of ARK Survival Evolved on the 29th of August. It's going to be like obviously a video for the full release of ARK, but it's also going to be like a 50,000 subscriber special as well, which is going to be awesome. So thank you all for that. I've also got a little small extra things planned for 50,000 subscribers too, because that is a huge milestone. But anyway, without me talking, because I know a lot of you guys get frustrated with me talking so much, I am going to be ending this video here, but I'd like to obviously talk to you guys a little bit about the channel anyway in videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my video very soon, which will be coming out. There could be a double upload today, guys. I'll let you guys know later on, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.